In this video, I'm going to show you how I've transformed an old and tired looking planters on our patio in the back garden. I'm going to explain how I've chosen different plants, and this method works all the time. The planters are located in the back garden, which is northeast facing. Here you can see the plants that I have picked for my planters that will do well in shady or partly shaded garden. First, you need a structural plant. So in my case, I have picked Euonymus, which is an evergreen shrub that will stay quite compact, and it can be pruned regularly just to maintain the shape. For my filler plant, I have picked this gorgeous fern that will be pushing out and adding some gorgeous texture into our planter. And I have also decided to pick a couple of primulas that will add instant color, and these bedding plants can then be replaced with a different summer bedding plant. Finally, I have my spiller plant. So these are trailing dianthus plants that will look gorgeous as they trail down the edges of the container. Firstly, I am removing the old plants. I am breaking up the roots using my hori knife, and then lifting the plants out of the planter. I am then breaking up the old soil and removing it out of the planter. I will then replace it with fresh compost to replenish the nutrients. I am then slightly tilting the container to check if there are drainage holes at the bottom of the planter. I'm going to add some fresh compost just to raise the level of soil in the planter, but I'm not going to fully top up the planter because we're going to add our plants, so we don't want the soil to be overspilling. Before planting up the planter, make sure that you arrange your plants first just to see if you're happy with it, and make sure that you know where the plants are going to go. When arranging your plants, think about where the planter is going to sit. Is it going to be viewed from all different sides or just from a certain angle? So because these planters are going to stay on our patio and be viewed from all different angles, I'm going to place my structural plant right in the middle of the planter. And then I'm going to take my filler plants and arrange them around our structural plant. And finally, our trailing plants will go in between the filler plants. Here you can see how the arrangement looks. If your plant is going to sit along the wall, it means it won't be viewed from all the different angles. I recommend adding your structural plant towards the back of the container, then your filler plants in front of your structural plant. Finally, your spiller plants towards the front of the container. Here's how the arrangement would look like. Now that I know where I want to place my plants in the container, I'm going to remove them from the nursery pots. Gently tease out the roots if needed. And then make a small hole in the soil, and then place our plant. Next, the same with our filler plants. And finally, our spiller plant. Finally, all we need to do is just backfill the gaps between the plants, form them in, and then give our planter a really good water. I'm going to get myself some soapy water and give the outside of the planter a really good clean. You obviously don't need to do this if you're using a brand new planter. And this is it! That's how easy it is to transform a really old and tired looking planter into something beautiful that's going to cheer us up in this cold winter month, but also which we can keep replacing and replanting by adding some fresh new bedding plants in the summer. If you have any questions about what plants would be suitable for your containers, or if there are any other how-to videos that you would like to see, please leave them in the comments, and obviously like this video and subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet for any future videos, so making sure that you don't miss them.